Liz was reporting from the scene. There was a huge moose walking next to the highway. At that moment, they saw a girl come to the bus stop. She wasn't dressed for the weather. It was cold outside, and she had just a t-shirt on and was freezing. Liz wanted to help, but she couldn't interrupt the report. "I'll go to her as soon as I finish." However, this was no longer needed. A woman approached the girl. Beatrice took off her coat and gave it to her. At first, the girl didn't want to accept it, but the woman was more insistent. As soon as the crew finished the report, they wanted to approach the strangers, but Beatrice got on a bus and rode away. "Do you know who she is?" Liz asked the girl. "No. Why were you standing here in one t-shirt?" The girl said that she came from a warm country and she lost her luggage with her warm clothes at the airport. She didn't know when they would find it. She was in a hurry to go home and she had no money for a taxi. Liz gave her some money and called a taxi. But they couldn't learn anything about that stranger. When Liz returned to the office, she told her boss everything. "This one is good for the world of good people column. Can I start searching for this woman?" The boss gave the go-ahead. Reviewing the footage, Liz made a screenshot of her face. She had good friends in the police who identified Beatrice from the database. The next day, she and the news crew came to her home. Since she didn't have a phone, Liz was surprised to see the conditions Beatrice lived in. Even the main door to her apartment wouldn't close. When Liz looked inside, she saw Beatrice dozing in a chair. Liz knocked on the door several times, but she didn't respond, and Liz was afraid she was dead. But as it turned out, Beatrice was deaf, and Liz called an interpreter from the office to talk to her. When the interpreter arrived, she was able to interview Beatrice. She said that she lived here because she had nowhere else to go. Her house collapsed after the earthquake, and no one could help her. Liz asked why she gave her coat to the girl on the bus stop. Beatrice replied that she couldn't leave her person in trouble. After all, a well-fed person will never understand a hungry person. Liz said she understands her. They were all moved by her story so much that they decided to announce a charity fundraiser. When the piece was aired on TV, they could quickly raise the required amount of money, buy her a modest home, and give the rest to her so that she could live without need. Beatrice was happy to move out of her old place. She thanked everyone for their help and said that this world is full of goodness. There are people in the world who are ready to give their last penny to help a person.